G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. So you can check me out on Twitter at Stephen DW Smith and also on Instagram at SDS_SuperCoach_YT. Liking and subscribing would be great. I'm here to present my round 11 review. So we are here. So it was all in all a very good week for me once again. My first time probably this season where I've had back-to-back good weeks. I've risen at about 5K, 5.5K in rank over the past 2 weeks. That's been really helpful setting up for the buy rounds. So we scored 2,503 and our season rank now is 8,453, which is my highest rank of the season. We're looking in good shape. We're doing well. We're doing solid. So we're in a good position to hopefully keep attacking and just making two more premium upgrades left in the side. And then probably a forward upgrade to one of the Bulldogs players, whether that's Bont or Baz or Tim English. One of them. I might only have room for one of them, so we'll see how we go. 10 out of 10 league wins as well. That was very important to see as this continues to load. So as we can see, the blue dots now mean that some of the players had the buys. So sorry, I should actually make my face cam a little bit smaller. So as we can see, a lot of tons around the board. I didn't exactly nail my captain this round, but that's okay. That's been better than most weeks at the minute. I've been getting a lot of 105s, 90s, stuff like that as my captain. So I think 119 is a solid score. It's not terrible. It could be better though. So let's go through it, shall we? So James Sicily, 147. Look, he's just a key part of Hawthorn's backline. He'll continue to just be an absolute force down back for Hawthorn. Not much he can do when they keep leaking points, but he is just such an important piece in Hawthorn's backline. George Hewitt, 118. He's just so consistent, this bloke. You know what? He's even one of those blokes where he's just a very safe captain option at the minute, where you know you can get no less than 110 even. Like if you just need a real solid score as your captain, Hewitt can be like that. And same with Sicily at the minute. Sicily is a very sneaky vice captain option at the minute. Jordan Dawson, really consistent. He's been very good ever since he's come into my side. It's been 2 weeks he's been in my side. Might be 3. I could be wrong. But yeah, Jordan Dawson, he's looking really good. Jack Crisp, 97. First time he's gone below the ton since round 3, I think. So it was good for him to, it wasn't good, but it was just a solid score to have. Nothing to complain about Crispy. He's just so consistent. He won't let you down too often, maybe 1 or 2 times in a year. But other than that, he'll play for you each and every week and get you a solid, normally 100+ score. Jaden Short, he's kind of dropped off a bit ever since that role change. I know he's had the odd couple of big scores here, but he's dropped in a couple of 80s, couple of 80s here and there. So I won't lie, I wouldn't mind just seeing Shorty just go back to the back line and doing his thing. That's where he's at his best in terms of scoring power. Whether Richmond will do that, we don't know. I feel like Richmond have upped their game a tad since his move to the midfield, so I don't know if he'll leave anytime soon. Paddy McCartan, 75. Again, just a real solid score from McCartan. Not much to complain about. He's a very solid. One of the great pickups this season for Sydney and for the AFL in general this year. Sam De Koning, terrific again. He's just getting some really good scores in. He started out slow, but he's really picking it up. Jacob Ware, I went early on just because I needed a defender rookie and a 60. So he's going to be an option for people heading in after his bye. He's going to be a real solid option for people after his bye. So I'm happy to have Ware in the side, and he'll probably be here for the rest of the season. Hopefully he can just get a game. Clayton Oliver, 113. He was my vice captain. It was a pretty quick transition from the Melbourne Freo game and the Hawthorn Gold Coast game where we just kind of had to wait to see what the final scaling was, but I was happy to take the punt on Witts. I didn't really want the stress of having Witts as captain because I just had a weird feeling it was going to drop an 80 or something, but yeah, it is what it is. Clayton Oliver was, just solid once again. Probably in form, probably just the most consistent midfielder at the minute. Then you got Lockie Neal, 164, just terrific. I just can't seem to nail the big scores at the minute, but I'm just happy to have Lockie Neal on my side. And to be fair, he's in everyone's side. So whatever he gets is it's almost irrelevant at this point. But yeah, just a terrific player. Probably Brownlow at the minute. I'd say he's winning the Brownlow. Him or Cripps. Cripps has dropped off a bit since he's moved into that ruck role. Rory Laird, 118. We just know that he should be able to deliver some really good, consistent scores. So hopefully he keeps that up. I'm sure he will. Jackson McRae's really hit a bit of a rough patch here with 102. I think it's starting to take a toll, all these Dogs midfielders in there. So he's not a reliable captain option at the minute. I wouldn't put the C on him anytime soon. I think a vice captain option is a safe option at the minute, and it might be something I do in. We'll talk about vice captain and captain a bit later. Tuke Miller, 109. He was being tagged a little bit here and there early in the game, but just a solid score. Good to see him bounce back from that 59. Patrick Cripps, 114. Again, as I said, he's getting that ruck roll a little bit, but there's nothing to complain about with that score. That's still very solid. But yeah, he's playing a little bit in the ruck. Don't see it changing anytime soon. But I mean, Carlton lost today, so maybe they mixed it up. But just with all their players going down at the minute, it's a bit hard to. Sorry, getting cramp in my leg again. It's just hard to see them just go in another direction. But we'll have to see. Andrew Brayshaw made his debut this week in my side. Scored 100. Look, I don't love the pick, but I just felt like I was one premium behind in terms of upgrades. So. What were my trades? I brought in Brayshaw, Darcy, and Ware for Dacos, Martin, and Bruce this week. So I'm still happy. I guess he's a good M8 option, Brayshaw. Hopefully our last midfield upgrade can be someone a bit better with a bigger ceiling than Angus. I'm going to be butchering that a lot this year with Brayshaw, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm eyeing up a couple of blokes. Hopefully they aren't too expensive when their buys are done or whatever. Greg Clark, 72, just a solid on-field option. I mean, the second highest score of the year. But, yeah, West Coast haven't got much option. They hopefully, and they should keep playing him. Ben Hobbs, 75. Yep, he's really just turned it around, hasn't he? What a fantastic... it shouldn't have worked out, this pick, but it has, so we'll take it. And as we can notice, mid-forward status for Hobbs and McComb, so they'll make things a little bit easier in terms of switching around and all that. So, yeah, I'm happy with McComb to solid 63. I think his break-even's still pretty low. Let me just double-check. Yeah, it's a 6, so he's still got a bit more money to be made. Probably not too much more, though. Jack Carroll, probably a dead rookie now. Scored a 15 after being subbed on a quarter time. So even in 3 quarters, that's still a pretty rubbish score. So not ideal for Jack Carroll. Look, at this point, I just hope that he gets dropped. No offense, the young bloke kind of looks a bit off the AFL pace at the minute. So, but yeah, that's just how I see it. Hopefully he gets dropped and he can just be a loop for the rest of the year. Although I do want him to wait. Actually, no. I want him to play in the buys, but I highly doubt that's going to happen at the minute. Maybe with the injuries, but I don't know. I think Carlton are right in terms of smalls. Just their key stocks just keep going down. Jared Witt's 119, solid captain score. Could be R1 this year. So that's good. I'll just keep the faith in Witts. He'll be here for the rest of the year. Same with Sean Darcy. Shrek made his debut for my side this week, and didn't he deliver? I know he dropped 10K in price, but you're just terrific to have him on the team. Just thought I'd go a bit different with Gawn. He scored 117, but Darcy scored better. So that was kind of the main thing this week, as they were going up against each other. Freo got the chockies. Melbourne finally lost the game. Good effort by the Dockers, and Sean Darcy was a big part of it, really important in the ruck. Sam Hayes, 61, could be cover for the rest of the season. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I might need his money. Maybe not. I'll have to give some thought. But, yeah, Sam Hayes, 61, solid. Hopefully Port just keep bloody playing him. Josh Dunkley, 143. Yeah, that's the thing with Dogs midfielders. Some can go grouse one week, some can go shit the same week and then swap it around the next week. So it was Josh Dunkley's week this week. Yeah, just really solid forward option that everyone should have. Will Brody, 105, just keeps on keeping on. Got a very good role at Freo. I think Fife's meant to be back this week, so let's just hope that it doesn't affect Brody too much. I mean, it shouldn't. He's playing grouse footy. Just push Mundy out or whoever. But you've got to keep playing Brody in the guts, I'd assume. Luke Parker, ever since he's come into my side, he's been really consistent, which I'm actually a bit surprised of. I thought I was going to get 140s and then a 70 sort of thing. But he's been consistent at the minute. We'll see how that goes. He's going up against Melbourne this week, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Zach Butters, I believe it is 3 tons in a row for Butters. So it is 104, 118, 104. So, Zach, you won't get any complaints off me, mate. If you're going to continue to put in these 100 scores, then I can't give you any reason to get rid of you. So, Zach, well done, mate. Keep it up, though. Keep it up. Don't just hope he can put in some good scores because I know his floor's shocking when he can score bad. Isaac Heaney, 53, probably the disappointing score of the week. Ever since I brought him in, he's been pretty bad. This has probably been almost my worst trade in this season. I know I started with Whitfield, but in terms of trading in players, this has probably been my worst trade this year. He's only put up the ton once ever since round 5, which is when I owned him. And he's really knocking down the door to maybe be the one that goes out for one of Bont, English, or Bailey Smith. So we've got to keep that in mind. Maybe an interesting talking point. Yeah, it's just tough to own Heaney at the minute. I know most of the competition do, and I fell into it. And I'm a bit disappointed about that, but it is what it is. He's probably not top 6, is he? Stephen Keneally, 85, after a ripping start. I think it was on like 45 points at quarter time. Slowed down a bit, as did GWS throughout the game, so that was a bit disappointing. But he's got a really good role. I'm actually, I really prefer Canelio's role at the minute compared to Heaney, who's just playing deep forward, this wing sort of role. He's trying to get involved, but he's really hasn't been the same since I brought him in. But Canelio just being really consistent. Hopefully he can just stay in this midfield role because it's working well for him. I think the bye will do him good because we know he can have injury issues. So I think the bye will do him well. Same with Butters. He needs a spell. Cripps. Hewitt's still dealing with that Achilles issue a tad. But, not Achilles. Calf. Short needs that rest. Yeah, most of these blokes need a rest. So probably a good thing. Connor McDonald, 52. Yeah, we're not going to expect much from Connor McDonald, but I'm probably going to keep him through the buys. And look, to be honest, he might stay in the side for the rest of the year because I know that he should be playing most weeks. He's in Hawthorn's best 22, so he looks really comfortable at the level. It's just a crap role that he's got, but he looks really good. So he's probably going to stay for the season, to be honest. He's not going to make enough coin to where it'll justify me getting rid of him. Morris Rioli, he's gone down in price. What's his break even? 8. So so it's okay heading into round 13. So that's okay. Not like I was going to trade him out anyway because we got to deal with the buys for the next few weeks. But yeah, 36. Look, small forward at Richmond. Yeah, look, there's going to be weeks where he's terrible. Other weeks he looks fantastic. So yeah, not the greatest of picks. I'll tell you what, that was funny that week when we had 3 great options by the looks of it of Carroll, Hamilton and Rioli. Hamilton can't get a game. Rioli's so inconsistent and Carroll looks like he's almost a dead rookie. So, can't win them all. But yeah, they were looking like good picks at the time. So yeah, so that's the side. Now, let me just readjust. For this first buy, I'm looking pretty fine. If most players can stay on the side, which I assume they will, because if they all play, I'll have about 20 players playing. So that's good. So it's always good to have cover when it's best 18 and all that. So we'll just make sure that we get the blokes on that. Don't have the bye this week, so McComb, can't believe I'm saying it, but he's on field. So my forward line's full. My midfield my midfield's as strong as ever, just no Crips. So that's pretty good. I'll have one short down back. I'm set in the rucks, and then I'll have one short in the forward line. So that's 20 blokes playing. Hopefully most of them play so we can utilise the best scores that we can get. So, yeah, as long as you've got 18 blokes roughly playing each week, then that's the main thing. So in terms of trades, probably the first time since about round 1, no trades for me this week. I'm not looking to make any trades. Anyone that I bring in, they're just going to have to buy in a week or two. So, look, it's just better off to hold fire for this week. So, yeah, it's a bit of a boring one. No trades for me this week. And, look, I'm not even sure if I'm going to upload a second video this week because I don't really know what to upload. I might think of something a little bit different. I might do a little cheeky PowerPoint and just maybe tier all the premiums because we're about halfway through the season roughly. So maybe I could do something like that, maybe a bit of a different video. So if you're looking for upgrades to finish out your side, I might tier the premiums in each line sort of thing. Just a bit of a different one. But yeah, because there's no point doing a preview because, I mean, I'm not making any trades this week. So, I mean, the only thing that could change is my captain and vice captain. But speaking of which, let's talk about my captain and vice captain situation. So, I know McRae is having a little bit of a stinker at the minute. You know, he's in a bit of a rough patch. But Friday night, the Dogs are playing under the roof at Marvel Stadium. I feel like he's in for a decent day out. Yeah, I think he's a juicy option to be vice captain. I think he's due for a good score. And you know what? When he gets a good score, it is beautiful to have because it's normally no stress in the world. So he's a dangerous player to have on the VC. It's like giving what's the saying I was going to do? It's like giving Dracula the keys to the giving Dracula the keys to the blood bank. It's just very dangerous to you know. So I think we're in for a good score. I really butchered that. Yeah, I won't be saying that anytime soon again. Now, in terms of captaincy, now there's a few avenues where we could go. We could obviously back Clayton Oliver Saturday night against Sydney. So you can see the fixtures on my right. So you got that. So you got Clayton Oliver. You've got Rory Laird up against West Coast at home. That's a bit of a pod one. Now, considering what he did for me as captain in the first week, I'm a bit hesitant to do it again because I thought a week St Kilda midfield. I thought, gee, he could pull out a 130 plus here, but he didn't. But that's a real pod option, Rory Laird. You've got Lockie Neal, maybe back the form up against his old mob against Freo. I'm not sure. Because I feel like what my issue is with at the minute with captaincy and vice captaincy is I'm kind of chasing points a bit. So, and that's kind of something I don't really want to. I feel like I'm just baiting into, Clayton Oliver scored a 178 or whatever it was last week. He's definitely got to get the captain or vice captain. You just got to remember who do you predict to score? Last week is last week. You've got to keep in mind, okay, who's going to score the best this week? And I think that's the mindset that I need to remember because I feel like I've been chasing points a bit. If someone scores grouse, then they might have a stinker the following week. It's easy to do, but yeah, that's just how I feel. Tuke Miller up against North Melbourne. I just don't have that trust at the minute to put the captaincy on him. It's a big privilege getting the captain's armband, being the El Capitano for Smudwar soldiers. It's an honour. You got to wear the armband with pride. And Tuke Miller at the minute, I think we could look elsewhere. I know I said I didn't want to chase points, but he's just not in grouse form at the minute. Brayshaw, nah, I don't think he's one of them. You've got Sicily, who's in grouse form. He's going up against the Pies. Where Collingwood, now keep in mind, Frost is out for a week, so I don't know whether that means Sicily's going to have to do a bit more lockdown. I know he still does a bit of lockdown defense, but That's maybe one thing to keep in mind. But Collingwood, he could be able to get a couple of marks here and there. He should be able to. He's such a gun. George, no, he's got the bye. Is there anyone else here I can trust? Dunkley, I mean, I've got McRae there. Not really anyone else in the forward line. Then you got the rucks of Witts going up against Goldstein / Sherry. So that's something to look into at home. You can always score half decent against North Melbourne. Then Sean Darcy, who's going up against the Big O. He could go big, but there's always that big risk of him going down injured. So he's more of a vice captain type. I mean, most people I'd like to put the VC on more than the C. But look, if you force me to pick, I'm trying to think of what option I really liked. Look, I don't want this video to go too long. So look, for now, it's really tempting to put it on Laird. Look, I'm pretty confident McRae can bounce back. I haven't taken a VC score in a while, so it would be nice for a change for McRae just to remove the stress. But look, for now, I'm going to put it on Laird. It might change. It probably will change, but that's just how I see it. So yeah, look, there's not really much else to talk over now. Some people are making trades, as you can see. There's a few there. English is a bloke I'd really like to get. People bring in Jeffrey still, which is just crazy. People bring in Owens with his buy. That's an interesting one. Yeah, look, no trades for me this week, so there's no point talking about it too much. So in terms of, let's have a look at the SDS SuperCoach League, because I got the win again. What am I? I'm still 3-2 in the last 5 rounds, but so I'm 7th. Huffy, so Brad's doing very well. As we can see, he's 643rd overall in the rank. So that's good on him. He's taken out top spot. Jordan's still there. He's been dethroned. Sorry, I clicked on danger zone there. Yeah, so yeah, it's looking pretty competitive. What's everyone's rank? So yeah, so we got some decent ranks in here. Paul Kraken and Coke Noah's struggling a bit, but good on him for joining the league. Thanks to everyone that joined the league. I say it every week, but I appreciate it. Yep. Yeah, that looks good. And also, so the league's looking good. Yeah, it's good to see everyone get around it, and it's good fun. I've set it as my default even, so that's how much I love the league. And also, fun fact, I brought in Shrek this week, and I was going up against the main man, Eno. I defeated him. Why is that 105 points? I think it is, but scored. Yeah, so I went up against Eno this week, so good to get the job done there. Always good playing up against these blokes, that we all know about and all that. So yeah, 10 out of 10 league wins. Can't complain with that. That was fantastic. But yeah, it was very nice to get up against Eno. But GG, mate. So yeah, look, that'll just about do me. I don't really know what else to talk about. So I was really happy with my rank this week. Hope everyone had a good week in SuperCoach. And look, let's hope that I can continue building this form into the buys. The buys are the rounds where you can just really get a leg up in rank, and then it's the home stretch after that. So I'm hoping I can take a few leaps in the buys. I'm a lot better set up than I was last year with the buys. So I think every week I'll have to make some trades the following week, but every week I should be able to get 19 to 20 players playing each week. So that's good. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good one. Hope your SuperCoach side went well this week. I hope your footy side won this week. And yeah, I will see you in the next video sometime this week. Cheers.